Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through TCP service model, guys. Okay, so in this lecture, let us go through what are the common port numbers also, guys, because in some kind of examinations or in your competitive examinations, they could ask the port numbers for some particular protocols. Okay, so basically TCP service is obtained or is taken or is used at both server and receiver. On both sides it is used, guys, to create the endpoints called sockets. So basically socket is nothing but, you can say that it is the complete establishment of a connection between two devices. You can say that's nothing but sender and receiver. Okay, so based on the port number, so basically these things will be having IP addresses and it will be having a particular port number depending on the application. So the connection between these ports is nothing but socket, guys, and the transfer or connecting these things is popularly called as socket programming. They'll be calling it, right? So this is nothing but that. Okay, so each socket has a socket number, that is nothing but address, consisting of an IP address of the host and a 16-bit number of local host, that is nothing but the port number. I told you, right? So it is a combination of both IP address and the port number. Okay, so the port is the TCP name, that is nothing but a TSAP, that is nothing but transport service access point. Okay, so the port numbers are below 1024, like below 1024, all the port numbers are reserved, guys. You cannot use them. So if you want to test or if you want to try giving port numbers to anything, you install any kind of servers on your system, guys. So you can install a XAMPP server or WAMP server, XAMP, guys, sorry, XAMP or WAMP. Okay, this is platform independent, this is platform dependent on Windows. Okay, so when you install these kind of servers or Visual Studio or VirtualBox, like these kind of softwares which do multiple processes at once, or they are creating some kind of system inside your system, in these kind of softwares they will be asking for port numbers, guys, to communicate with the servers and all those things. So in these things you will be assigning them. So the most common port number which is allocated for most of them is 8080. Like if nothing is installed on your system and if you install XAMPP server or WAMP server for the first time, this port number is recommended for you, guys. Okay, so that's the reason why most of the time I'll be giving that only as the example, because I know about it. Okay, so the few common port numbers and their applications, guys. So don't worry, we will be discussing about all these protocols in our fourth unit, in our next set of series, right? Okay, so don't worry about them. Okay, the first protocol is nothing but file transfer protocol, that uses the port number 21, telnet 23, smtp 25. So FTP is nothing but to transfer files we'll be using, guys. Telnet is nothing but to use your friend's system. So if you want to use your friend's system, you'll be asking him to install TeamViewer or AnyDesk, right? So that internally uses the concept of telnet. You are remotely controlling the device, so that's nothing but telnet, guys. Similarly, SMTP is nothing but to send a mail. TFTP, it is nothing but also the file transfer protocol. It is nothing but for travel. Okay, after that we are having 79, that is nothing but for finger. Similarly, 80 is HTTP. Remember this, guys, it's really important. And 110 for POP3. POP3 is nothing but to receive mails, guys. So SMTP is to send mails, POP3 is to receive mails. Similarly, 119 is nothing but NNTP. Okay. So these are the commonly used port numbers. Okay. So I hope everyone got some basic idea about the service model. So in the next lecture, we will be going through the header. First, we'll be going through some introduction. After that, we will be going through the header of TCP, guys. Okay. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.